The Carlyle Hotel rises quietly on Madison Avenue, a palace of elegance where Manhattan's elite have slept for decades, where royalty, celebrities, and powerful figures once whispered secrets behind silk curtains. By day, it shines with luxury, chandeliers, velvet carpets, and polished marble floors. But when the city noise fades and the night wraps New York in shadow, something else awakens inside its walls, something unseen, something ancient, something that never checked out. Guests tell stories of a woman in a red dress who walks through the hallways late at night. She moves slowly, as if she belongs to another time, her heels making no sound on the carpet. Some say she smiles sadly, others say her eyes are empty, like she is searching for someone who never returned. Security cameras have captured strange flickers, where she should be, yet when staff rush to the location, no one is there. Only the faint scent of old perfume remains, hanging in the air like a forgotten memory. But the red-dressed woman is not the only presence. Some visitors feel watched when they sit alone in their rooms. They sense someone standing behind them, breathing quietly, observing every movement. When they turn around, nothing is there, yet the feeling does not disappear. It follows them. From the bedroom to the bathroom, from the elevator to the lobby, as if the building itself is alive and aware. In some cultures, such unseen watchers are called Jinn, spirits that exist alongside humans, unseen yet powerful. Some guests believe the Carlyle is not only haunted by ghosts of the past, but also by Jinn who were drawn to the emotions, the luxury, and the countless stories embedded in its walls. Wealth, desire, sorrow, and secrets, all of these energies linger, and spirits are said to be attracted to places where human emotions burn deeply. Late at night, the hotel corridors feel endless. Doors that were closed suddenly open. Footsteps echo in empty hallways. Elevators stop on floors that no one requested. A guest once reported hearing soft crying behind a wall, only to find an old sealed room where no one had stayed for years. Another guest claimed that a hand brushed their shoulder while they slept, and when they woke up, the room was empty except for a faint shadow near the curtains. There is a strange continuity to these stories. Decade after decade, different guests, different staff, different eras, but the same experiences. The same woman in red. The same feeling of being watched. The same whispers in the dark. It is as if time loops inside the Carlyle, repeating itself, replaying memories that refuse to fade. Some believe the woman in red was once a guest who waited for a lover who never returned. Others think she was connected to high society secrets, her story erased from official history. But in the spiritual world, stories do not disappear. They remain tied to the place, tied to emotion, tied to unfinished feelings. At night, the Carlyle does not feel like just a hotel. It feels like a living archive of souls, spirits, and unseen forces. Every mirror reflects more than just the living. Every hallway holds echoes of footsteps from another time. Every room carries whispers of guests who never truly left. And as the city outside sleeps, the Carlyle continues its silent vigil, where luxury meets mystery, where history meets horror, and where something unseen still walks in a red dress, searching, watching, waiting. The legend of the woman in the red dress did not begin as a rumor whispered by tourists. It began quietly, like all true hauntings do, with a single guest who refused to stay silent. Decades ago, a wealthy businessman staying at the Carlyle reported seeing a woman standing near the end of the corridor outside his suit. She wore a long crimson gown that shimmered softly under the dim hallway lights. Her hair was styled in an old-fashioned way, and her posture was elegant, as if she belonged to a forgotten era of ballroom dances and secret soirees. When he greeted her, she looked directly at him, smiled faintly, and then walked toward the elevator. But when he followed her, the hallway was empty. The elevator doors were closed. No one had passed by. After that night, the sightings multiplied. A housekeeper once claimed she saw the same woman, sitting in a chair in an unused suite, staring at the window, as if waiting for someone to arrive from another world. When the housekeeper entered the room, the chair was still rocking gently, but the woman had vanished. Guests described seeing her reflection in mirrors, only to turn around and find nothing behind them. Others reported seeing her walking through walls, passing through doors without touching the handle, her red dress trailing like smoke in water. Some nights, she is seen standing in the lobby near the grand staircase, her gaze fixed on the entrance doors, as though she expects someone to walk in at any moment. The staff say her eyes are not frightening, but deeply sad, filled with longing that feels almost human. Yet there is something unnatural about her presence. Her footsteps make no sound. Her shadow sometimes moves in the wrong direction. Her reflection sometimes appears older, younger, or blurred, as if she does not exist in the same timeline as the living. Many believe she was once a socialite who fell deeply in love with a man who promised to return for her, but never did. Others whisper darker theories, that she died in secrecy, her story buried by the powerful elite who stayed at the hotel. Some paranormal researchers suggest she may not be a ghost at all, but something older, a spirit, a jinn, drawn to the emotions, wealth, and intense human stories that filled the Carlyle for generations. Guests who encounter her often describe a strange psychological effect. Time seems to slow down. The air becomes heavier. Their hearts beat faster, yet they feel frozen, unable to move. Some say they felt compelled to follow her, as if she was pulling them into another dimension, another continuity of time where past and present overlap. One guest even claimed he followed her into a hallway that suddenly felt unfamiliar, as though the hotel had changed shape around him. And when he turned back, the hallway looked normal again, with no sign of her. Security footage has captured strange anomalies. A figure in red appearing briefly, walking across a corridor, then dissolving into static. Hotel staff insist no one in red was present at that time. Some guests have found red stains on carpets or faint lipstick marks on mirrors with no explanation. Others heard soft music and the rustling of fabric at night, like someone dancing alone in an invisible ballroom. In spiritual traditions, red is associated with strong emotions, love, anger, passion, grief. Some believe the woman in red is not just a person, but an emotional echo trapped in the hotel's walls. Her story repeats endlessly, a loop of waiting, walking, searching, a continuity of sorrow that never ends. And so, night after night, she is seen again and again walking, waiting, watching. Her red dress, glowing faintly in the shadows of the Carlyle, as if she is still searching for someone who will never return. Or perhaps searching for someone new to follow her into the unseen world. Many guests say the most terrifying part of the Carlyle is not seeing a ghost, it is feeling one. Late at night, when the city's noise fades, and only the distant hum of traffic remains. People feel invisible eyes following them. A woman once reported that while brushing her hair in front of the mirror, she felt someone standing behind her. She saw a shadow in the mirror, tall and still, but when she turned around, the room was empty. The shadow, however, remained in the mirror for a few seconds longer, as if reality itself was delayed. Some guests describe waking up at exactly 30:00 a.m., unable to move, sensing a presence sitting at the edge of the bed. The air feels cold, heavy, and thick, as though something unseen is breathing close to their face. In Islamic tradition, such experiences are sometimes linked to Jinn, beings that exist in another dimension but can cross into ours. Some believe the Carlyle is a crossing point where spirits and Jinn observe humans, silently unseen, curious about the living world. Strange events occur regularly inside the Carlyle. Elevators stop on empty floors, their doors opening to dark, silent corridors. Lights flicker in rooms that were just checked. Telephones ring with no caller on the line, and soft knocks echo through walls at night. A bellboy once claimed he delivered luggage to a guest in a vintage red dress. But when he returned with extra towels minutes later, the room was empty and the reservation did not exist. Guests hear footsteps in hallways that lead nowhere, whispers through vents, and soft laughter behind closed doors. Some doors are found open in the morning, even though they were locked the night before. These phenomena create an atmosphere where reality feels unstable, as if the hotel itself is alive and shifting, hiding secrets between its floors. The Carlyle has hosted kings, presidents, celebrities, and the world's elite. Every powerful emotion, love, betrayal, ambition, jealousy, has soaked into its walls. Paranormal experts believe strong emotions can leave spiritual imprints, forming energy that attracts spirits and Jinn. Some believe that the luxury, ego, and secrets of the guests created a spiritual magnet, drawing unseen entities to this place like moths to a flame. In many cultures, it is said that Jinn are drawn to music, loneliness, and hidden emotions. The Carlyle has witnessed private concerts, secret meetings, forbidden romances, and silent tragedies. All these energies may have created a spiritual echo that never fades, a haunting atmosphere where the past is never truly gone. What makes the Carlyle truly terrifying is the continuity of the stories. Different people, different eras, same experiences. Guests from the 1940s, 1970s, 1990s, and even recent years have described the same woman in red, the same shadows, the same footsteps. Time changes, technology advances, but the haunting remains the same. It is as if the hotel exists outside of time, repeating its memories like a broken record. Spirits do not age. Jinn do not follow human timelines. They remain, watching, waiting, repeating the same stories again and again. The Carlyle becomes a loop of history and horror, where the living and the unseen share the same corridors, but never fully meet. Powerful historical ending with call to action. The Carlyle Hotel stands today as a symbol of Manhattan's elegance and power. But beneath its luxury lies a story that history books never mention. A woman in red who never left, spirits that never rest, and unseen watchers who observe every guest who dares to sleep within its walls. The past is not dead here. It walks, it whispers, and it waits. If you enjoyed this dark journey into the hidden side of history, make sure to like this video, share it with someone who loves horror stories, and subscribe to the channel for more true haunted places. mysterious legends, and chilling historical secrets. Your support helps keep these stories alive, because some stories should never be forgotten,